What we are compelled to guarantee in this state is that we will pass a new piece of legislation which replaces the legislation that allowed for the rights of women to make choice back in 1970, before the Roe v. Wade decision of 1972. Because of that decision, the initial law became somewhat obsolete, so that there will be no confusion about what the purpose of this legislation is. It is certain only to turn the clock forward for women's reproductive rights, since the court wants to turn the clock backward to 1972. That's what we're trying to accomplish through this legislation. But now that we have discussed the bill of particulars for what brings us to Albany to fight for legislation today, I would just like us to take heed of those who we serve in clinics every day, those individuals who have life-altering decisions that must be made, that are assisted by family planning advocates and family planning professionals. Let's just remember that there must be a defined difference between privacy and isolation. Too many public servants have gotten up and spoken, even on this stage, and referred to the decisions that they made so distantly and so transparently that it would almost appear that we condemn them. In fact, we do not. These are decisions that aren't made by people who live far away from us, people we don't know, or people who don't undergo the same human cultural decisions that we do. That's why we not only need to support their legal rights, but to support them as human beings, to understand the decision process that they go through and not pretend that we don't know anyone, we haven't advocated one, or we haven't had to make those same decisions themselves. Those decisions should be supported, those decisions should be allowed, and those decisions should be admired when they are the right decisions for the people who make them. So let us not be frightened or hoodwinked or cajoled by individuals who have tried to take their moral outlook and impose it on an entire society. Their strict construction to what is really their own interpretation of religious doctrine has, for some reason, intimidated individuals to not even standing up for what's actually right. What we have to understand is the same people who would judge and gossip and impose their values on us would make the same decisions from the same privacy that we have advocated for every day. But then they will come back out on the streets and continue the same invalid moral turpitude that they think should in many ways envelop the society. That is not a society that is providing rights or providing understanding of really half of the human race and another half that should support them. What we are saying today is that we are not only going to uphold the legal rights, we are going to uphold the human rights of women who want to make altering decisions. And so, as Elizabeth Blackwell once said, the society that is unable to understand a women's right to choose is a society that needs to be remodeled. We are not going to have to remodel our society, because we are going to pass the Reproductive Health and Privacy Protection Act this year, and we're going to stand behind it, not only with our law, but with our own spiritual conscience. Thank you very much.